Hello and welcome. Now for the whole of 2020, I am attempting a no buy / low buy. Now this is my update for March. We're going to talk about how much I made, how much I spent, and what were the categories I did most of my spendings in, how much I was able to save, as well as share with you all the new things I brought into my life, because I'm trying to do this challenge from a point of being more minimal and also conscious of my spending. So each month I've been sharing all the new things that come to me, whether I purchase it myself, they're a gift, or hand me down from someone else, and also share with you the products that I used up during the month. Now, obviously March has come and gone and this video is very late coming to you, and that is really because I've been very torn whether or not I should continue to do these updates during this time. I think I love this community of people that have come around because of these no buy, low buy videos. Obviously a lot of people were already here before because I've always done things that are maybe similar on this channel. And I really do love creating this content because of what people write in the comments. You know, people were willing to share their own stories and where they're at and their own struggles and successes. And also people will write in the comments that they find this content very motivating and encouraging and inspirational in some way. And that is awesome. That's why I create this content. I want it to be that for people. And I do really want to maybe continue to do these videos. However, because of what's going on in the world at the moment, I've been very maybe concerned with people's sort of mental health and how this might be affecting people from that point of view. And especially when it comes to talking about money, I know that can be a massive trigger for people. And a lot of people are in the circumstance where they have lost their job. They don't have that source of income anymore. And I've just been worried that if I'm creating this content, I'm putting this content out there, it might be triggering people in a very negative way around their own personal circumstances, because I'm going to talk about my finances. And right now I'm in a very good position. I still have a job. I'm still able to save in a time where so many people are not. I am very privileged as well that I'm not having to pay out for maybe rent and some things that other people would have to pay out for. And that's why I'm kind of able to save as much as I am. And I've been very torn because I know that my situation is so different to so many people's, and I really don't want to create content that is super out of touch to maybe where the people that do watch my videos are at. And I don't know. So I want to put it to you, if you could leave a comment down below if you want to still see these updates, or you can thumbs up the video or thumbs down the video. That would be very helpful, because I have been not sure whether or not I should continue to film this. I want to continue to bring positivity around this challenge, but I also know that it could be the very opposite for people depending on what their circumstances might be. And I really don't want to add to the struggle that maybe there already is there for a lot of people. And I think, we're all being affected in some way, shape or form by this crisis. I just recognize that not everyone is being affected in the same way. And I'm so lucky that I still have a job and I still have a source of income. So I don't know. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will go based off what I guess I read and see there. So anyway, let's jump into March. So first is the things that I used up during the month. Now I have these 4 items. One is a toothbrush that bristles are no longer functional for brushing my teeth, so it's going to become a cleaning brush. I have this, which is actually one of my favorite tops, ripped to the point of no longer working. So I've ripped it up and been using it as cleaning rags. So that's kind of been getting a second life, but it's also at the same time finished the original job it had, which was to be a really nice top. And the next is this lip gloss thing. I can't get the last little bits out because the packaging is not very functional. So that is now finished. And I have this tube of plastic toothpaste, which I replaced last month with a more sustainable option to try out. So those are the 4 things that I have finished. Now the things that I have brought into my life, which I'm very excited because I'm wearing 2 of them right now. One is this dress. I got it at a secondhand store. At the same time I got this cardigan. So they're both from 2 companies that I genuinely really love and purchase anyway at full price. And I found them in Vinnie's at a secondhand store. The dress was $5 and the cardigan was $6. And I know I just did a big declutter, but I genuinely couldn't not get these things because I just love them so much. And I'm so glad I did, because I've worn them a countless amount of times since I purchased them at the beginning of March. So first 2 things are the things that I'm wearing. The next items that I got or purchased was this. I panic bought some yarn because I was like, oh no, if I get stuck inside, I do want to have a little bit of a creative outlet. So I got these two to crochet my dad a beanie for winter because it's wool. And then I got these ones which are like cotton, and I really like the colors. I wanted to make some flannels and also some reusable cotton rounds. So that's why I purchased those items. Another thing I purchased this month was this. It's nothing fancy, it's just a notebook. I have another one, but I'm kind of getting to the end of it, and I am about to start online classes. I've been waiting for a very long time to get my classes enrolled and working. I think everything's just taking a lot longer because of, yeah, the pandemic. So anyway, I got this notebook so when my classes do open up, I have some where to write my notes in. So I don't know, there's not much else I can say about it. It's just a notebook. But it was like something that I did need, so I don't feel like it broke my no buy at all. I feel like maybe the yarn did, or the clothing, but I don't know. It's not at a time to like be harsh and judgmental on yourself. I just don't think that's useful at the moment. The next thing I got is this, which is a reusable pad. I've been using Thinx period underwear for a long time. However, I've had some issues with them, and they're getting to the point where maybe I need to repurchase new products, or repurchase the Thinx. So I was like, oh, maybe I actually want to test out some other brands and look at some other areas. So I picked up this to try. It's the reusable pad from Hannah Pads. And then I was actually given this as like a hand-me-down from someone else. It's a pair of Modi Bodies. They didn't use them, they just got the wrong size and never returned them. So I have got these, and I'm going to try out the Modi Bodies as well. If you have any reusable menstrual product companies, I have a menstrual cup, that's fine. I don't need another one of those, but just like in terms of like underwear or pads, leave them in the comments below because I do want to maybe look at and explore some different options. And then two other things that I got this month were these. They were kind of like a gift from my mum. One is like this sort of oil that you put on your body. It's sort of like protective. It's like a lavender spaghetti. And then this is a solemn solution you put in a bath, and then when you have the bath, it's very like grounding. They're kind of like therapeutic-ish type cosmetics, toiletry type things. I don't know how to explain them, but anyway, I got those items. So that is all the new things that I got this month. So let's talk about the money, March. Let's talk about March. So this month I made a total of $7,095.50. Like I said, I've been working a lot more during this time because I'm an essential worker, and I've just been covering for other people, but also taking on more hours. And then another part of it is what I spent this month. So $1,956.80. So that is how much I spent. That gives me a grand total this month savings of $5,138.70. So that's, you know, like it's great I've been able to save that much, but I also feel very like apprehensive and guilty to be making that much and saving that much right now when I know, like, yeah, that's really not the case for so many people. So anyway, let's talk about how much I spent and then like break that down into the categories. So the first area is gas. I spent $351.40 on gas, which is a lot more than I usually would. That's because I've been working more, so I've had to drive more to my jobs, which is partly why I went through so much gas. The next thing I had to spend was for my car as well, to get it registered and serviced and insured and back on the road for another year. So to spend $878.97 to do all those things on my car, which is sort of like an essential thing. I just had to do it. I use my car every time I go to work. The next category is eating out with friends. I spent $98.18. Obviously, a lot of that happened at the beginning of March, and then obviously I think I did like one takeaway with a friend or something like that. But I think in the month of April, like the coming months, that eating out with friends category is going to become very, very, very small. The next thing was groceries. Now, my groceries bill was very big. The month of March, I spent $391.35. So that's like double what I usually would spend. I would say that some of that was panic buying. Like, if I'm honest, I did get like extra things. I didn't go crazy, but every time I've been shopping over that month, I sort of would get like an extra can or an extra this or an extra that. But I also think that a big part of it was just because I've been stressed at the moment, I am a stress eater, and I have just been buying like anything I felt like, anything I was kind of craving during the month, I kind of just went for it. So getting olives and fancy cheese and like different things like that, I just kind of went for that. And that's also a big part of why my bill was a lot higher, because usually I don't treat myself. I just kind of get the basic healthy necessities with like 1 or 2 treat things. But this month I definitely bought ice cream and things like that I usually maybe wouldn't buy. And then I did buy some extra things just because of, yeah, everything that was going on in the atmosphere at the time, what other people were doing. I think it's like you don't want to be that person that panic buys, but when you like walk through the supermarkets and you're like, oh my god, all the shelves are empty, like when you do see an extra can of tomatoes or something like that, you do grab it because you're like, oh, I don't know. But I know it's not like the right mindset to have, and I also know that like I'm very fortunate to even be able to make that choice to get that extra groceries. I know so many people do live paycheck to paycheck and only can do the shop that they're actually able to do. They can't get in advance. But I think because this shop is going to be so much, I already know, I'm like, we're halfway through April now, I've spent hardly anything on groceries in comparison. So yeah, eating through my little supply. Now the next thing is all the things that I purchased, which I showed you here. I spent $55.65 on things. Yeah, I don't know, I'm happy with all the stuff that I got, so I don't feel bad about that at the moment. I do feel bad about like how much I spent on groceries. Like, yeah, I just don't feel great about that. But anyway, the next is my cat. I spent $58 on her, so that was cat food and some cat litter. I spent $62 on sort of lazy eating out, and that was at the beginning of the month. I did sort of I did a sleepover shift with a client, and I had to spend quite a bit I had to buy breakfast and dinner, and that was like $40 something, and then there was a few snacks that I bought throughout the month. So that was kind of my lazy eating out category, which is like when I'm at work basically and I spend money instead of bringing my own lunch. The next thing was miscellaneous. I spent $25 on my phone, and then I spent $14 on laser, like laser hair removal, because I bought a package at the beginning of the year, but you have to pay more money to get your behind done when you get a Brazilian, which doesn't make any sense. Like, why don't they include it? And I know they don't include it because they're just trying to get more money out of you, but it's very frustrating. So I had to spend an extra $14 on that. And then I did buy some gloves. I could only find like 3 masks, but I bought masks and gloves because I am an essential worker. I go into people's home, I'm doing personal care, so it hasn't gotten to the point where I've used them yet. I use the gloves, but I haven't been using the mask because I'm saving them in case one of my clients gets sick, or yeah, because I would still go maybe if they were sick, but I wouldn't go if I was sick, if that makes sense. But it just depends on the scenario. But anyway, I spent $22 on the masks and the gloves that I was able to find. So yeah, that is everything that I purchased this month of March. And yeah, please let me know if you want to continue to see these updates. If you don't, let me know that as well. And yeah, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.